Hi, I'm Rio, and I'm here today to talk to you about healing for homos. What do I mean by healing? I'm not meaning healing homosexuality. I am talking about the spiritual perspective of healing the parts of us as homosexual men that becomes disintegrated, fractured, or broken throughout our lifetimes, and is our responsibility to bring into wholeness again so that we can offer our gifts. If this is your first time here, I'm here with the purpose of helping gay men, helping my homos move from a life of pain into a life of purpose. So today's topic comes from a comment that I received that was asking me to make a video on creating lasting change in our lives. And this person was talking about a compulsive behavior that they had in their life, and that they seemed to continue to come back to this. They would make some growth and then fall back into this pattern. My perspective is my perspective. So this is not a psychological perspective. This is more of an emotional healing and a spiritual perspective. So from my experience, personal experience, and working with others, healing happens. Change and transformation, true change and transformation happen cyclically. So it doesn't mean that we stop doing something and then we've transformed or changed immediately. It is a true healing means that we come back around to the same experiences. We come back around to the same patterns and challenges and struggles again and again and again. And that each time we do that, it's like a cyclical spiral going up. That each time we come back around to that same pattern or struggle or challenge or pain, that we see it from a new perspective. So it is part of the journey to continue having these experiences over and over. So I want to say that up front, that it doesn't mean that you've done something wrong because you're experiencing something repeatedly. It means that it is an opportunity for you. Each time that you come back to it, you are a different person. You have changed, and in some way, big or small, you have a new perspective. So each time that you experience that thing again, you are seeing it from a new vantage point. You're learning something new about the pattern and about yourself. So all of the things that we do that we don't want to be doing, all of the compulsive behaviors, struggles, or addictions that we have are not because we are weak or because we're doing something bad or wrong. It's because they are expressions of unhealed parts of ourselves. And so by witnessing those patterns and those challenges and the things that we don't want to really have happen, by witnessing through them through the lens of they are an expression of pain, it continues to draw us back to ourselves, because it's showing us, ooh, there's more to heal here. There's more pain that needs to be addressed. There's more love, care, and attention that we need to give ourselves so that these patterns can naturally unwind. So some of the things that I have struggled with, that I know is very common for a lot of other homos, is porn addictions, substance abuse, love addictions, a constant seeking for something out there to satisfy or fulfill a void within here. So the healing is a reintegration of the parts of ourselves that have been scattered. So we come into this world as whole and perfect and beautiful and valuable, and there is nothing missing. We are not born into this world broken or defective in some kind of way. And what happens is that throughout our childhood often is when we start to sense that we are different and that something about us is unacceptable in some kind of way, either in our family or in our communities or at society at large. And so we start to unintentionally, unconsciously fracture ourselves. We shave off the pieces that we think are unacceptable, and we amplify other parts that seem to be valued by the people around us. So in that process, we become less whole. Those parts still exist, but they are not integrated. So healing is the process of finding the parts that we have disintegrated or fractured off in order to be loved and to bring them back together. So there are many different ways to heal, as many different ways as there are people that are healing. There is no one right way, as long as the way feels loving and caring and always leads you back to your own truth, your own knowing, and your own perfection and wholeness that isn't given to you by someone else. So that anyone that's helping you heal is always leading you back to your heart. So for myself, one of the major ways that I have healed was through using breathwork. Breathwork was something that helped me drop below my conscious mind into my unconscious, which I often experience through my body, through sensations, and then going deeper into breathwork, it brought to the surface emotions that had not been felt. It brought things to the surface that I didn't know had actually happened in my life. And it started to recontextualize what my past was so that I could really truly understand where the pain was stemming from and eventually then address those things. So a big part of healing is uncovering the things that we maybe don't fully understand, or the effects of things that have happened in our lives that we didn't fully comprehend and can't often comprehend with our conscious mind, but need to drop further into our bodies and our unconscious, often with the help of another person. If you would like to experience the breathwork that I'm talking about, you can click on the link below for the free self-love workshop. You're signing up for my newsletter by doing that, and then you receive the recording. And it is a workshop that talks about self-love and takes you through some practices to experience what self-love feels like, and then takes you into a very deep, profound breathwork experience. That is a great free resource to start your healing or enhance your healing. Other modalities of healing can be as varied as talk therapy, or therapists who use somatics, which is the body. That's always very valuable because this is where so much of our unconscious lives and our memories live until we access them. Anything that brings you back to yourself, such as plant medicines, meditations, movement of your body, anything that's facilitated in a way to bring you back into your heart, to connect you more deeply to your body and your emotions, and to give you the space to process things that you need the space and the time to process. So true healing happens through coming back again and again and again to the same patterns, the same root causes, and the same expressions that we have been running from. Coming back to them again and again until at some point they're neutral. And I will share that my experience with coming back around to the expressions of my core wounding, which was around my sexuality, it took a very long time. It doesn't have to for everyone, but for me, it took many years of understanding consciously what was happening, but it took a long time for my body to unwind the patterns that it had created around safety. And so be gentle and kind with yourself and really celebrate every time you have some growth. Every time you experience a change and an evolution in the patterns that are unwanted in your life, be very gentle with yourself and know that it is working. And seek out different modalities, try different things. There's so many different free resources all over the internet. Just be aware of how you feel with the person who's facilitating it. Do they feel integrated and safe? Do they feel like someone who has already done the work? And if that's the case, try a new practice and see what it opens up inside of you. Or if you feel a lot of resistance to it, it might not be the practice for you. So just go out, explore, be gentle with yourself. And if you would like some support from me, I'm here. So much love, and I'll talk with you soon.